Welcome back to the magical world of microchips. Today, our tiny cleaning squad is facing a giant challenge, a towering 24-pin power cable cliff covered in gray dust. Look at how the surface of these cables is scattered with dirt. At the base of the cable cliff, Wise the monkey is crossing his arms and tapping his foot confidently. Right next to him, Genius is leisurely polishing his jet boot, smirking slightly as he looks up at the challenging height. Suddenly, Wise gently pokes Genius with his tail and points to the top of the cables, officially challenging him to a race to see who can reach the peak and clean this cliff first. Without hesitation, Genius jumps up and high-fives to accept the bet, his eyes blinking with excitement. Captain Moon hovers down, smiling and nodding to agree to be the referee, but doesn't forget to remind them both that they must clean up the dust along the racetrack. Preparations begin immediately. Wisdom the spider and Giant quickly rig an absolutely safe spider silk net below. Smart glides over on her roller skates, opening a 3D hologram scoreboard hovering in midair, ready to track the race. The two racers are in position. Wise warms up with 3 incredibly skillful acrobatic backflips. Genius also fires up his jet boot engines, lifting himself to hover a few centimeters off the ground. Bite Dog runs around in circles with a mini megaphone in his mouth, barking loudly to cheer them on. The intern Capacitor waddles to the center, wearing his hard hat slightly tilted, and raises a checkered flag high. Capacitor's googly eyes blink in concentration, while the two racers get into their starting stances. Beep! The flag waves down, and the epic race up the power cable cliff officially begins. Whoosh! Genius launches into the air like a blue rocket, leaving a beautiful, sparkling trail of exhaust. Pop, Wise the monkey is just as impressive, using his parkour skills to swiftly leap from one cable to another like a red flash of lightning. Genius flies along the yellow cable, spraying cleaning soap bubbles as he goes, restoring the glossy surface. Right next to him, Wise uses his cloth-wrapped tail to slide a long way down, wiping the red cable perfectly clean. Down below, Smart's scoreboard flashes constantly, showing the two racers are neck and neck. Bite Dog barks loudly, running around Giant, while Giant opens his massive excavator bucket wide, ready to catch any falling dust. A bit higher up, Wise gets a mischievous idea. He climbs ahead and intentionally shakes a heavily dusty black cable. A shower of dust falls right onto Genius's head, making him cough and blocking his vision. Wise laughs out loud, making funny monkey faces to tease his opponent before continuing his climb. But Genius winks, plotting his revenge. He aims his spray bottle straight at the cable section right above Wise. The slippery soap foam makes Wise lose his grip and slide quite a distance down. Wise's bewildered monkey face looks so hilarious as Genius flies past him, waving to tease him back. Captain Moon immediately flies to the middle and blows his whistle, reminding the two boys to focus on cleaning and stop pranking each other. Regaining his focus, Wise uses his tail as a pivot and makes an incredibly long, spectacular leap to the adjacent cable bundle. The chase continues in a visually stunning way. Wherever they pass, the cables instantly light up with a glossy shine. Too busy looking up, Capacitor walks backward and trips over Wisdom's backpack, falling over with his googly eyes spinning in circles. The kind-hearted Wisdom uses a leg to pull the little guy up, and both continue to watch the race. The journey is halfway done, and Genius is temporarily in the lead with his rhythmic, graceful flights, sweeping away the dirt. Suddenly, Genius brakes hard, stopping in midair because a giant obstacle is blocking the path. A gang of fluffy dust bunnies is tightly hugging the cables, completely sealing off the way to the top. Wise also climbs up to the spot. Both stand on the cables looking at the dust bunny army in their way. Wise signals that he will go left, and Genius should fly right to see who can get past faster. Both nod. Genius throttles his jet boot to rush right, but suddenly a dust bunny bounces up to block his path. Slurp! The dust bunny is sucked straight into the air intake of Genius's right jet boot. The LED light dies, the boot spits out thick black smoke, and the engine is completely broken. Genius loses his balance, flailing in midair, and begins to free-fall safely downwards. Danger! Smart gasps as the scoreboard flashes a red warning light. Hearing the noise, Wise looks back and his eyes widen in shock, seeing his rival falling. Without a second thought, Wise lets go with both hands, kicks off the cable, and dives into the air to save his friend. In a flash, Wise dives down like a red arrow, the distance to Genius rapidly closing. Wise extends his long mechanical tail, swirling it like a cowboy's lasso. Swish! The tail wraps tightly around Genius's waist right in midair. With his strength, Wise swings back and grabs onto a safe cable, leaving them both dangling in the air. Genius breathes a sigh of relief, holding his chest, and looks up at his savior, who is smiling warmly at him. On the ground, Giant has already extended his bucket and safety net. Seeing the two friends are safe, he exhales a relieved puff of cooling air. Hanging on the cable, Genius's eyes are filled with gratitude. The competitive race has now become a team bond. Genius taps his spray bottle to signal a new plan, and Wise nods, loosening his tail so Genius can grab the cable wall. Now it's time to team up. Genius hovers using his remaining jet boot, blowing a strong gust of wind to knock away the dust blocking the path. As the dust flies up, Wise agilely does an acrobatic flip, swinging his cloth-wrapped tail to gather it all up. He rolls the giant pile of dust into a ball and throws it down with a plop, landing right inside Giant's waiting bucket. On the hologram scoreboard, the two avatars merge into one. From now on, they are a team racing against time. The journey to the top continues incredibly smoothly. Every obstacle is cleaned up in the blink of an eye. Genius sprays foam to soften the dirt, and instantly Wise's tail glides over to polish it. A perfect coordination. The tempo of the music increases joyfully. The giant cable cliff below them is now beautifully clean, reflecting light like multicolored crystal pillars. Captain Moon flies around, nodding in praise of this fantastic teamwork. Finally, the top of the cable bundle appears. It is a massive white plastic connector block. Both stop because this is the dirtiest area, with dust crammed into the metal crevices. Genius and Wise look at each other, nodding with determination to clean this final boss. Genius flies around, spraying a thick layer of specialized soap foam covering the narrow grooves. Wise takes the microfiber cloth off his tail and holds it, moving like a martial artist as he fiercely scrubs into every crevice. Sparkling drops of soap foam fly off, and all the stubborn dust is completely knocked loose. Genius follows up, using his air current to blow the last remaining dust particles out. The pure white connector block is revealed, perfectly clean, with the gold-plated copper pins inside shining blindingly in the sun. The job is done, but who will be the first to touch the peak and win? Wise and Genius reach out together, and both touch the top edge of the cable at the exact same millisecond. A clear ting sound rings out. The two boys look at each other in surprise and then burst into joyful laughter, a well-deserved tie. The scoreboard erupts with brilliant fireworks, honoring both as winners. Bite Dog happily barks, running in circles trying to bite his own tail. Giant claps his bucket and vacuum together, creating a rhythmic metallic applause. Wisdom and Capacitor hug each other, bouncing up and down to celebrate the wonderful victory. Captain Moon flies up, landing solemnly between the two racers, and proudly pats their shoulders. Moon raises his light baton and touches the power switch. A wave of light spreads from the top of the cables all the way down. The hidden LED lights burst to life, turning the entire giant cable cliff into a shimmering, brilliant neon rainbow. The scene is now spectacularly beautiful and clean, without a single speck of dust. Moon pulls out a meticulously polished, sparkling golden screw trophy. He hands the trophy to both of them. Wise and Genius lift the trophy together under the sparkling sunlight. Looking up from below, the silhouettes of the 3 tiny toy robots stand proudly on top of the towering cliff. Wise playfully tosses the trophy up and wears it on his head like a comical crown. Genius laughs and pats his best friend's shoulder. The rivalry has given way to a beautiful friendship. The mainboard power cable cliff is now completely clean and radiating brilliant energy, a flawlessly successful mission. The space smoothly transitions into the deep ocean blue stage of the end screen. The toy squad stands neatly in a horizontal line under the warm stage lights. Moon steps forward, takes off his royal helmet, and bows to the audience very politely. Smart smiles radiantly, carrying the giant like button, places it gently on the corner of the screen, and winks to invite everyone to interact. Wise Acrobat flips from the air, bringing the subscribe button and placing it neatly next to it. Giant majestically rolls his treads forward, proudly lifting the shining golden notification bell. Bite Dog jumps up and gently nudges his nose against the bell, making it ring. The clear chime echoes, creating beautiful golden sound waves spreading across the space. Vibrant digital fireworks bloom behind them, dropping sparkling trails of light. Under the shower of fireworks, the whole squad bounces and waves goodbye very happily. Capacitor bounces up and down, his eyes wiggling wildly, waving his 2 yellow claws. Genius flies in circles, spraying countless soap bubbles that pop into light rays carrying messages of thanks. Excited Bite Dog lunges forward and gives the screen a big lick. The lens is blurred by the comical translucent drool, making the fireworks behind look hilariously out of focus. Smart laughs, glides over, and uses her duster to wipe the glass perfectly clean, restoring the crystal clear frame. The camera pulls back, revealing recommended video boxes playing incredibly cool slow-motion footage. The steel logo drops from above, resting in the center along with the words, "Thank you for watching." The stage lights dim, and the squad stops waving, striking silent hero poses. Peaceful darkness slowly envelops them, and the audio waveform shrinks into a peaceful flat line, turning off the sound completely. The light strip on Smart's glasses blinks once and goes out. Wisdom's 6 eyes also fade into the night. The quiet space is left with only the soothing hum of the computer cooling fan. Extreme close-up of the plastic power cable ridges, now squeaky clean and reflecting light like a mirror. The golden screw trophy sits peacefully on top of the tower, radiating a soft, authoritative light. Giant's tank treads rest motionless with their proud scratches. Wise's tail rests obediently next to Genius's jet boot, a testament to a beautiful friendship. Bite Dog's nose exhales a thin mist that dissolves into the quiet space. The word capacitor on the chest becomes faint, closing a day of hard work and enthusiastic cheering. The crystal tank on Giant's back pulses with a slow-breathing light, sinking into sleep. A drop of cooling condensation rolls slowly down the spotless cable cliff without hitting a single speck of dust. The entire micro-world, safe and clean, falls deep into sleep. The screen is pitch black and silent. Finally, a white brushstroke curves into a radiant smile and then vanishes completely.